coaches to future Hall of Famers and Red Sox legends, we welcome you, the coaching staff. Hitting coach Ron Jackson. First base coach Lynn Jones. Pitching coach Dave Wallace. Bench coach Brad Mills. And the team's manager Terry Francona. And the members of the team, one man who didn't appear in a game due to injury but was part of that team, welcome Jason Shield. A pitcher with scoreless relief appearances in 2004, Phil Seibel. Another member of the bullpen that season, welcome Joe Nelson. He hit 317 games. Welcome Adam Heisdu. A reliable first baseman who even made 3 appearances on the mound and recorded a nifty 2.45 ERA. Welcome Dave McCarty. This great played 9 outstanding seasons and 966 games in a Boston uniform, including 38 games in 2004. And how happy we are to have him back. Welcome shortstop Nomar Garciaparra. This lefty pitched 71 games in relief in 2004 and closed out the clinching win in our historic comeback over the Yankees. Please welcome Alan Embry. A rock in the bullpen and a member of our 2004 and 2007 championship teams. Welcome back, Mike Timlin. He saved our games and saved the day all season long. He saved the game that won the World Series. Welcome, Keith Folk. The legend with 200 wins, whose selflessness and sacrifice were keys to the World Series championship. Welcome, Tim Wakefield.
Been out here on this highway, breathing diesel smoke.
The dirt dog who left everything on the field. Welcome back, Trot Nixon.
The train a-coming, it's rolling around a bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know.
Our spiritual leader who drew that walk and never stopped believing in himself and his teammates. Welcome, Kevin Millar.
Yeah, this is my town.
The backstop and backbone who led by example and backed down from no one. Won't you please welcome Jason Varitek. The pitching legend who capped his Red Sox career by dominating the Cardinals in that glorious World Series. Welcome, Pedro Martinez. And as they pick up these 2 hitchhikers, please welcome another member of the staff, Eno Guerrero. And the hitting legend whose clutch hits saved us time and time again, as they still do today. One of the greatest sluggers in Red Sox history, the one and only Big Papi, David Ortiz.
Tessie is the royal Hooters rally cry. Tessie is the tune they always sung. Tessie echoed it through October nights. After serenade installed the name in young. Tessie is a maiden with the sparkling eyes. Tessie is a maiden with the love. She doesn't know the meaning of her side. She's got a comment full of love.
And now, please welcome once again the players and coaches from the legendary 2004 team. And now we hear from a few guests who couldn't join us tonight but wanted to say hello.
Hello, this is Derek Lowe, part of the 2004 World Champ Boston Red Sox. I wish you could be there to see a lot of the ex-players that, the times we had, the memories that we were able to share were second to none. And, I hope for all you guys that are there, you really enjoy your day and take it in. And again, it was a time that I'll never forget, and thank you guys very much.
Hey everyone, I wish I could be there. What a special day it is for everyone at Fenway Park today and the millions of fans that can't be there. And, for me to be a part of that 2004 World Series team, obviously is something that I'll cherish and take to my grave, and it's something special. And for you guys to embrace me like you guys have, it's very humbling. And when I look back at that 2004 team and the crazy personalities, and the thing is, though, is that when we showed up together at game time, we were all wearing that Red Sox uniform. We were playing for you guys, and without your support, we definitely wouldn't have accomplished something that hasn't been done in 86 years. So as much as it means to me, I know it means just as much to all of you guys. And I'm here coaching with the San Diego Padres, so obviously I've got work to do, and I can't be there with you to celebrate this amazing moment with you guys. But I can promise you that my heart and thoughts are always with you guys.
Well, to all the fans of Fenway Park, and all you Red Sox fans, happy 100th anniversary. To my fellas out there, I wish I was with you. Actually, you know what? I can't lie, guys. I'm still playing in a big league uniform, still trying to win a ring here in Cincinnati. So I'm glad I'm not with you, but I wish I was there for the day. And, it's almost been 10 years since we came back, shocked the world, and won the World Series, guys. But, every moment there was special. I remember all of them. So I had to bring something way back from in the past. I had a sip left in that JD bottle that Millar brought out, and I wanted to have a toast to you guys, all right? So this one's for 04. And they're trying to win one this year. And Eno Guerrero, just remember, it's not sauce, it's not applesauce, and it's not teriyaki sauce. It's the Sox.
And now, as we recognize the team that forever changed New England baseball, we invite Keith Foulke to the mound, just as he did 8 years ago in St. Louis, to throw the final pitch in that magical season to his battery mate, the captain, Jason Varitek. All right, Keith, throw one in there. Thank you, Keith, Jason, and all the members of the 2004 World Champion Boston Red Sox.
chased monsters from the dark, checked underneath my bed. He could lift me with one arm, way up over top his head. He could loosen rusty bolts with a quick turn of his wrench. He pulled splinters from his hand, never even flinched. In 13 years I'd never seen him cry, but the day that Grandpa died, I realized unsinkable ships sink, unbreakable walls break. Sometimes the things you think never happen just like that. Unbendable steel bends if the fury of the wind is unstoppable. I've learned to never underestimate the impossible. So don't tell me that it's over. Don't give up on you and me, 'cause there's no such thing as hopeless if you believe. Unsinkable ships sink, unbreakable walls break. Sometimes the things you think would never happen just like that. Unbendable steel bends if the fury of the wind is unstoppable. I've learned to never underestimate the impossible.
And finally, for the two words we all love to hear, we once again welcome the 2004 World Series champion Red Sox.
Underhands to first, and the Boston Red Sox are the world champions.
Well, Jerry, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago. Looking at all those players' faces, it seems like it was just yesterday.
Well, it certainly brings back a lot of great memories. There's no question about that. One of our favorite teams of all time, the 2004 Red Sox.
Well, a great night here tonight at Fenway Park. We will come back and have the first pitch right after this from Fenway. Rays get started in a brief two-game series here from Fenway Park as Desmond Jennings stands in here for the Rays. Clay Buchholz ready to work, and first pitch of the ball game from Buchholz to Desmond Jennings is popped up foul off to the left out of play, and we are underway. Well, Clay Buchholz on the mound tonight for the Red Sox, comes in at 11-6, making his 28th start of the year, a 4.16 earned run average. He's logged 181 2/3 innings, 122 Ks. His last decision was a no decision, 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs against these Tampa Bay Rays. He struck out 4, walked 2, and here he is again matched up against the Rays, and David Price again tonight. His strike 2 grabs the outside corner. Desmond Jennings at 256, 13 homers and 47 runs batted in. Well, the Rays have been on fire since the Red Sox left Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg. They've gone 5-0 since. And it all started with the come-from-behind victory down 4-1 to the Red Sox and the walk-off 3-run home run from B.J. Upton. Joe Maddon doesn't care what started it. He just hopes it continues and can ride it right into the postseason. They are 6 games back in the AL East, which seems unreasonable, but 3 games back in the wild card, which is much more attainable heading into the last week of the season. Jennings takes a look at ball 2.
And since that last game against the Red Sox, they've really been swinging the bat well. They continue to pitch well, and that's one of the reasons they're on this good streak right now, the combination of the good hitting and good pitching.
Pitching has always been with him, but the offense has been questionable at best during the course of the year. It's a ground ball to shortstop. Iglesias has got it. 1 down in the first inning. Let's check out the Tampa Bay Rays starting 9. It's brought to you by Jordan's Furniture. Desmond Jennings in left field with B.J. Upton in center. Ben Zobrist at shortstop. Evan Longoria at third base. Luke Scott is a DH. Jeff Keppinger at second base with Matt Joyce in right. Carlos Pena bats out of the 8th spot. He's at first base, hitting under 200. And Jose Molina does the catching. He bats 9th. There is B.J. Upton. We last saw Upton. He was hitting a walk-off 3-run home run to straightaway center field. 250 average. Now has 26 home runs and 74 runs batted in to go along with it. On the outside corner for strike 2. Upton first shook his head, now is in agreement. 1-2. 5-game hitting streak coming into tonight's action at 286 over the last 5 games. It's coincided with the 5-0 record in the last 5 games for the Rays. And if they're going to go anywhere, really his offense is relied upon in this lineup as he strikes out looking. First strikeout of the night for Clay Buchholz, 2 down.
Yeah, Buchholz going with the 2-seam fastball, keeping it down in the zone to pick up the strikeout against Upton. The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, and today it's Danny Valencia at third base, Jose Iglesias the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, Mauro Gomez at first, left to right Nava, Shea Swan Lin and Cody Ross, and Ryan Lavanway doing the catching.
2 down in the inning for Ben Zobrist, shortstop for the Rays. Zobrist takes a look at ball 1. He's driven in a run in 6 of his last 8 games, hitting at 268 with 18 homers and 71 runs batted in. 11 RBIs in his last 11 games. And ahead in the count, 2-0. He's now started at shortstop in 39 of the last 44 games. First action at shortstop since 2009. He moved in from right field to shortstop for the Rays. That's a strike, 2-1.
Change up that time from Clay Buchholz to pick up the 2-0 strike.
Line to right, Ross in a step to make the catch. It ends the inning. Clay Buchholz has a 1-2-3 first. The Red Sox are coming up. Sox starting lineup is brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Leading it off is Pedro Siriaco, tonight's Red Sox DH with Daniel Nava in left. Dustin Pedroia at second base, bats third with Cody Ross in right field in the cleanup spot. Oro Gomez at first base with Brian Lavarnway doing the catching. Danny Valencia at third base, bats seventh. Shea Swan Lynn in center field, bats eighth. And Jose Iglesias, shortstop, bats ninth. On the mound is David Price, his second try at 19 wins. He is 18-5 coming in with a nifty 2.58 ERA, 195 innings, 188 strikeouts. The opponent's batting average only at 226. Pedro Siriaco leading it off for the Red Sox and taking strike one. David Price last time out against the Red Sox went 7 1/3 but ended up with a no decision. 8 hits and 3 runs. He walked a batter and struck out 7. Fly ball to center field, struck well. B.J. Upton back to the dirt of the track to haul it in.
Let's take a look at the Tampa Bay defense. They are last in the American League with 118 errors on a season. Evan Longoria will be at third base. Ben Zobrist, the shortstop. Jeff Keppinger at second. And Carlos Pena, the first baseman. Left to right, Desmond Jennings, B.J. Upton, and Matt Joyce. And Jose Molina doing the catching for David Price.
One out here in the bottom of the first inning for Daniel Nava. Nava at 249 with 4 homers and 29 runs batted in. Nava had a very good series against the Orioles, going 5-10 in the series. Scored a couple runs, had 2 doubles, walked twice. Strike over the outside corner to Nava. Well, coming up tonight, we will have Pedro Martinez and Kevin Millar live in the booth with us tonight. We'll check in with Jenny Dell. We'll talk to David Ortiz about the 2004 title. And the Yankees and Twins playing tonight. We'll get you an update as the Yankees continue their series with Minnesota again tonight at Target Field in Minneapolis. So in car foul off to the right, still 1-2.
Now from Price tonight, they'll see the fastball, the cut fastball, the curveball, and the changeup. Very good last time out against the Red Sox, as was Buchholz. Very good against Tampa Bay.
Dustin Pedroia waiting on deck. '15th career start for Price against the Red Sox. Comes in at 7-4 with a 3.19 earned run average. So Nava fouls it off again. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. The SAP function is brought to you by Coors Light and Casella Liquors in Everett. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Numbers against the Red Sox for David Price. 7-4, 3.19 earned run average. Rays have won 7 of his last 10 starts against the Red Sox dating back to September of 2010. Surrounds the plate but misses outside. The Rays have lost his last 2 starts here at Fenway Park this year, May 26th and April 13th. After he had entered the season 3-0 with 1.75 ERA here at Fenway. Nava strikes out looking. He knew it. Takes with him the first K of the night for David Price.
And David Price going back inside with that fastball at about 95 miles an hour. Picks up his first strikeout of the night.
2 down here in the first inning for Dustin Pedroia. 288, 15 homers, and 63 runs batted in. Pedroia hitting at 306 off left-handed pitching this year, and 4 of the 15 home runs he has against left-handed pitching. There's the breakdown, lefty to righty for Pedroia. Again, 306 against left-handers with 4 home runs. Chop to short, Zobrist to cross in time to get Pedroia in. Price has a 1-2-3 first inning done with 1, no score from Fenway. Local Mazda dealer, Geico, Kia Motors, Dunkin' Donuts, and by Southwest Airlines. Tim Wakefield, Alan Embry here tonight as part of the celebration of the 2004 World Champion Red Sox and 2 vital members of the 04 team there, Tim Wakefield and Alan Embry. As Evan Longoria leads it off here in the second inning. Again, Pedro Martinez and Kevin Millar will be joining us in the booth here tonight. And Evan Longoria hit it at 287, 13 homers, 49 runs batted in. Pitch is missing inside. Clay Buchholz a 1-2-3 first inning on 13 pitches. Outside for ball 3, a frustrated Buchholz spins off the mound, 3-0. In there for a strike, and it is 3-1. Buchholz trying to battle back.
Yeah, Longoria right now in a 5-game hitting streak, hitting .222 in his career against Buchholz.
Mentioned the offense for the Rays in the last 5 games. He's been part of it. 5-game hitting streak. Longoria sends it foul on the ground outside third.
Just when we thought we left them for dead down in Tampa.
They're not
Tampa
dead.
Bay, they're not dead. No, they still have an opportunity.
And as we found out last year, whenever there's an opportunity, the Rays are very much alive. They have a flair for the dramatic. They've scored 46 runs. 11 of the last 12 games. Rays have outscored their opponents. And that is ball 4. Did not miss by a lot. Down to first base goes Longoria. And here's a look at the wild card standings brought to you by Subway. Sub prize on the line. And a game and a half for the Orioles as far as wins go. Top the wild card situation. The Athletics second. If the season were to end today, the Athletics and Orioles would play a one-game wild card playoff game on Friday. Angels knocking on the door, and so are the Rays, as Joe Madden and the Rays trying to make a run here, and they are playing very good baseball, as you mentioned. Won their last 5 games in a row. They're assured a winning season again this year.
Interesting in the Central, too. Chicago losing today, and Detroit right now winning early in that ball game, so that could be a tie by the end of the night.
Big night last night for Adam Dunn. A couple of home runs for him for the White Sox. But not today. They played day baseball, as you mentioned. They lose. You know, the Tigers, a team that we thought right out of the gate was going to run away with that division, ended up really in a battle with the White Sox all season long.
Yeah, all summer long it's been very tight. And a lot of times the White Sox have had a pretty good lead on them.
Luke Scott waiting on a 1-0. He takes ball 2, 2-0, and this will bring Lavarnway out. Bob's Discount Furniture has hit one out of the park for the Jimmy Fund this year. Bob's has already donated $50,000, more than doubling the per save donation this season. Bob's is proud to help support the Jimmy Fund, and no one helps you save more on furniture than Bob's Discount Furniture. Visit mybobs.com for more details. Leadoff walk for Evan Longoria here in the second inning. Luke Scott batting, head in the count 2-0. Lays off and takes ball 3. Next half inning, Shenny Dell, a chance to catch up with David Ortiz and his thoughts on 2004. And really just the beginning of his career in a Red Sox uniform, even though he had started the year before. Part of the team that was so frustrated in 03. Pitches outside. That's ball 4. Back-to-back walks given up by Buchholz. All of a sudden he has lost a little bit of control here.
Now we'll see how Joe Madden plays this early in the ball game. See if they have Keppinger bunting here in the second inning, although he's been the guy that's really been hitting for him. 329 average, as you can see.
Open stands for the Rays second baseman. And he's not bunting. He's drilling one to deep left field. This is up and gone into the light stanchion. A 3-run home run for Jeff Keppinger. His 8th home run of the year, and the Rays take a 3-0 lead. Walks really hurting Buchholz in the inning, but a 3-run shot.
Yeah, after 2 walks, it's not a bad time to be hitting, because you know you got a pretty good idea you're going to get a fastball on that very first pitch. It's exactly what Keppinger gets, and Keppinger takes it out of the ballpark for his 8th home run of the season.
So 3-0 Tampa Bay. There's Matt Joyce, who takes pitch inside for ball 1. Joyce, the right fielder, at 245. 15 homers and 55 runs batted in. curveball in there for a strike, 1-1. Buchholz trying to find something that'll get in there for a strike, and he breaks off the curveball there for a strike.
Yeah, 2 curveballs he's thrown so far in this game. Both have been for strikes.
Falls behind 2-1. Matt Joyce, 4 hits in his last 5 games. It's a tough second half in 66 games. His average has dropped 50 points from 295 down to 245. So he jumps back out of the way of ball 3. He's had good numbers against Boston, though, in 13 games, hitting at .359. On the ground, diving at first as Gomez will get up and tag the bag for the out. Nice play by Mauro Gomez, 1 down.
Now Gomez saves an extra base hit right there from Joyce. That ball also hit very well, but Gomez diving to his left will keep it out of that right field corner. If it rolls by him, it's a sure double by Joyce, but Gomez able to make the play and record the out at first base. Takes it himself.
One down for Carlos Pena, batting out of the number 8 spot. The average under 200 at 199. 18 homers and 57 runs batted in. Swing and a miss on a pitch in.
A cut fastball that time from Buchholz to get ahead of Pena. Pena with only a 167 and against career hitting against Buchholz, but he does have 1 home run.
Lays off and takes ball 1, 1-1. Very good first inning for Clay Buchholz. Retired the side in order on 13 pitches. Been a different story here in the second inning. One. Curveball again, and this one misses. Close pitch, 2-1.
Tried to backdoor the breaking ball. Looked like it might have picked up the outside corner. We'll take a look on the Amica pit zone. Very close.
On the ground, the shift is on, and right through it goes Pena with a base hit to right field. Second hit of the inning for the Rays, and back to the bag at first is Pena.
Now Pena pulling that 2-seam fastball through the shift quickly by Dustin Pedroia, who was back on the grass. That ball on the outside part of the plate, but Pena, the pull hitter, hooks it through the shift.
One out, and Pena at first base for Jose Molina, the catcher. He had 218, 8 homers and 31 runs batted in. Got his 8th home run of the year and knocked in his 31st run of the season Saturday against Toronto. Both career highs for him in home runs and in RBIs. Ground ball left side, and that'll find its way into left field for a base hit. So first and second now with 1 down. Back-to-back hits here now for the Rays.
Randy Neiman out of that dugout very quickly for the Red Sox. The Red Sox pitching coach is. This is a far cry from what we saw from Buchholz last time out.
To conclude the 100th anniversary celebration at Fenway Park tomorrow night, the Red Sox will pay tribute to the all-time Fenway Park team. Prior to the final home game of the regular season, the all-Fenway team comprises the greatest Red Sox players in Fenway Park history, and members of that team will be presented before tomorrow's game. Get your tickets now for this special 100th anniversary of Fenway Park celebration at redsox.com/tickets.
The Red Sox are asking folks to be in their seats at 6:30 for that ball game tomorrow night and the celebration.
One out, runners at first and second. Red Sox do have action in their pen here. It's Clayton Mortensen, the right-hander. Pitch in there for strike to Desmond Jennings. Got it out shortstop in the first inning. Tried to hold up, but goes around and is down 0-2.
That's a good two-seam fastball from Buchholz that dips down and into the right-hander, and Desmond Jennings can't control the swing.
Rolled over foul by the Rays dugout, and it's still 0-2. I want to remind you this copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the Boston Red Sox. 2 on, 1 out here in the second inning. Desmond Jennings down 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Buchholz needed that. Strikes out Jennings. Picks up his second K of the night.
And gets a little bit of luck there as he throws that cut fastball up and out of the strike zone. But Jennings chases it. So a couple of attempted check swings in that at bat by Jennings and eventually strikes out.
Next half inning, Pedro and Kevin will be along. B.J. Upton struck out looking in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. One of 2 Ks tonight for Clay Buchholz. On the outside corner, 1-1. Clay in his career against Tampa Bay, 5-4 with a 2.52 earned run average. Here at Fenway Park, he has gone 2-1. On the ground at third base, Valencia will go to second for 1, and that's all they need to end the inning. But a big inning for the Rays. They score 3 times coming up. This pair back in the house will join us right after this. gentlemen need no introduction. I'll introduce them anyway. Pedro Martinez and Kevin Millar in the house. Great to see you guys back here at Fenway Park. It has gone by very quickly since 04. It seems like it was yesterday, just seeing the faces. From your thoughts on coming back here and being part of this, Pedro. I'll start with you.
Well, I still believe that we're living a dream. Every time I come over here, it seems like the parade continues, and today was no exception. Once I saw the dogs out there, it went right back to the day we had the parade.
First pitch high and inside, ball one right there. David Price to Cody Ross. One of my favorite interviews of the day. I just wanted to see if I still had that. True story. You know that it's been 8 years. Everybody's put on that freshman 30 pounds. Yeah. They get back like, whoa, they don't have salads. Oh, go ahead, take over.
No, you're doing good.
Line drive, base hit, Cody Ross. That was an absolute rocket ship right there. And now coming up is. What number?
Hold on, you got to do a replay first.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. You got to do the replay, yeah.
Chuck, you do this for a living. What's up?
Look, okay, there's a fastball, second pitch fastball right down the middle by David Price. We were actually making fun of him as he was warming up in his bullpen to let you know. So if the Red Sox do win, we should have a little bit of the credit. But no, I want to get back to my story. You know it's been 8 years. When you do, you see everybody's put on that freshman 30 pounds like when you go to college. It's like they don't have salads in Michigan, or they don't have salads where everybody, Georgia. We're all like, we're just a little bit over, we're healthy, I guess I want to say. I don't want to use a bad word, but we're just healthy looking.
Well, you often hear Millar before you see Millar. I've always said that, and not much has changed with him over the years, has it?
No, I just don't think it's going to change ever. The guy's been like that since I saw a video when he was like probably 15 years old.
That's a bad video, Pedro.
Yeah, singing. Can you sing?
This is a bad one. No, I don't want to do it to the people. Oh. This is a classy show with Jerry and Don. Uh-oh, a high drive, way back. Oh, off the ladder.
Heading for third base and getting there is Ross. Can be a long single for Mauro Gomez. And it's first and third with nobody out.
Dominicano.
Gomez is a guy that's really been impressive here in the month of September. He has offensively been doing a lot of good things. Gets the cut fastball that time from Price and rattles it right off. Something we don't see very often, off the ladder.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Don't see it off the ladder very much. And he's hit so hard he has to hold at first base with a single. How do you like that? Was that
was awesome, Don. No, I was going to go Don's saying that he's never seen that. So that was his first time ever. You're saying not often. So what, once every 13 years?
Every 13, 14 years, yeah.
All right.
Well, I haven't seen that.
I apologize for even almost calling you Don for a second, but I had him in my brain.
Pedro, how much do you miss it? Do you miss? I know you're such a competitive guy. I imagine that doesn't go away just because you stop playing.
No, you know what? Competing, watching those guys doing what they're doing, now seeing Buckles and his look, and this kid is a great competitor. Price and a great pitcher. I miss that. I miss being on top of that hill, but you just have to give it up someday, and I did. I made my decision, and that little sensation that you feel when you're competing is what I miss the most. But as far as the other things, I'm okay.
Kevin, how about the cowboy up stuff? How did that start?
You know what's funny, Jerry, and this is true. I am a fake cowboy. I grew up in Los Angeles. I rode boogie boards, used to ditch school and go snow skiing, reside in Beaumont, Texas, went to school at Lamar University. So the bottom line, that's on scoreboards. Hey, Beaumont, Texas, hometown. Well, the whole thing happened when Derek Lowe had that blister and he came out of the game. We were like 2 games out of the wild card behind Oakland, and the media was all over him. And I said, and it was like, Derek's nice. He's like the dizzy blonde girlfriend, he's just over there. Well, leave me alone. I'm like, hey, get over here. So I just started kind of yelling like, y'all need to cowboy up, and we're not that team back in 2000 or, whatever the teams that lost.
Right.
And then the next day, a reporter said, what's cowboy up mean? I said, to be honest with you, Trot Nixon and I used to say at Mexico, we play in winter ball. So it was just like to cowboy up, get off, you fall off, fall down, get back on your horse and go. Well, next day, 6 weeks later, Northeast is all about cowboy up because they think I'm the cowboy. Now, I don't even know how to straddle a horse. I do wear cowboy boots every day, and I will show you that. And I don't know what number they are, but Jerry, can you read those?
It's not 15, is it?
No, yeah, it's the real 1-5. Dustin Pedroia is the fake 1-5, and I told him that again. I don't care how many Silver Sluggles and MVPs and World Series, but that's how it all started. It just happened. Yeah. So then I was like, wait, you have highlights? I'm like kind of like a, what I'm saying? I'm like that fake cowboy. That's how it started, though. Seriously, over Derek Lowe's blister.
Pedro, you got a chance to visit with David Ortiz before the game today. This had to be a very frustrating season for Ortiz.
Yes, it is, but I know what David's mentality is. I'm pretty sure he could have probably made it back and take a couple more bats, but knowing David, he wants to be healthy for next year and come back fresh and continue to do what he was doing.
Well, it's into left center field. It'll score Ross from third. Stopping halfway between first and second as Valencia, and he will be out trying to get back. So a little overzealous coming around the bag as he returns. Getting to third is Gomez. Red Sox get their first run.
Now that could be a rally killer right there. Not good base running by Valencia at first base as he rounds it too far, thinking he had a chance for a double with the ball in the gap like you would in most ballparks, but a good job by B.J. Upton cutting that ball off and getting it back in, and Valencia's hung out to dry at first base.
I want to ask you a question, Jerry. Don't you think that a lot of these pitchers are falling in love with the cutter? I mean, doesn't a guy with this velocity?
There's no sliders anymore. They're all cutters.
I mean, everything's a cutter, and David Price a velocity. And I know that when you, Pedro, you throw 114 with the Expos, but it seems like the cutter, everybody throws the cutter. It's a 1-0, it's a 2-1. Do you agree or no?
I'll tell you probably why, and it's that I've seen
many
more young pitchers rushed up to the big leagues, don't know how to use the inner part of the plate, so they run to something that might move towards the inner part of the plate on either one, lefty or righty. And since they don't know how to use the fastball, pitch off the fastball, they run to a cutter just to make sure that the ball doesn't move anywhere else. And I would say that's all fear of failure and fear of pitching inside. Like this guy is just maturing. I think he's starting to realize what he can do with the ball, and that's why he's doing it. But some of the guys that I've seen trying to throw cutters is because they don't know how to pitch in the inside part of the plate.
And certainly Pedro Martinez knew how to pitch on the inside part of the plate.
The greatest in the history of this game on the inside part of the plate. Hint, hint.
Well, I have often said this, and you know this. I've told it to you many, many times. You're my favorite pitcher of all time. But the thing that amazed me about you is how different you were on the days you started to the other days. I mean, when the days you started, it was like a totally different guy. I mean, he was locked in and became like a different person in the days you were pitching.
Well, it's clear that I wanted to obviously respect the integrity of the game, respect my job, and respect the fans that pay my salary. I wanted to do whatever possible to give them the best impression that I was out there, not joking, no time to joke, not playing around, but to really do what I was supposed to do for them.
Can you hang on for another half inning?
Sure.
They will be back.
Can I leave, or do you want him?
No. We want you to all stay. We'll be back. It's 3-1. Red Sox get a run. Top half of the third inning, 3-1. Rays have the lead. Red Sox getting a run back in the bottom of the second inning. Pedro Martinez, Kevin Millar are along with us. And I asked in between innings, I'll ask you now, what's going on with Tim Wakefield's hair? What is the deal? I mean, you're a hair guy. I mean,
yeah, I'm a hair connoisseur.
Yeah.
I'm usually a facial connoisseur, but I'll go hair because I'm not afraid to go 41 years old yesterday to highlight my hair. But Wakey's going probably through that midlife crisis. We see right here, he's going slick back, as Jerry said, and it's flapping up in the back. Almost like Terry Bradshaw if you watch. It's like, Terry, let it go. The convertible's out. But look at Wakey right here. He's going. And they had to cut those scissors to make it like that. That's not just. And look at Wakey. You hear me? And I'm telling you, Wakey, cut it right now because when you cut your hair, you look thinner. Right. The longer the hair, you look heavier. Right. So right now he looks very healthy. Very, whatever that word that was, very healthy. It's supposed to be very healthy. But I'm going to go with very.
All right, let's get back to 04 now that we're off Wake's hair. When did you realize it was a very special group, all of you together during the season?
I think from the starting of the season in a spring training. We got all together every single morning in that right field line. It was a new adventure with someone. If it wasn't Manny, it was David, it was Derek Lowe, it would be someone. And during the stretching, I think is when we started getting that bonding together. And if I'm not mistaken, I said it earlier, that was the team that I remember that had more dinners, team dinners, that I have ever been in. That was a team that really stuck together in every aspect. If we went to the mall, it would be 6 of us. If it was to go out to have a drink, it would be 6 or 12 of us, and then the other group would be calling the other, and we were all together like wolves, all of us together, all the time.
2 secrets. 1, Manny Ramirez never paid for 1 dinner. That's a fact.
I don't think that's a secret, is it?
Well, I'll just get out there in case the person tuned in for the first time to this show. 2, Pedro paid for every dinner. Okay, so Pedro went, he paid. Manny went, he never paid. Never paid.
He still hasn't paid some of his dues.
At Remy's spot.
Right.
Jerry, remember, he owes you a few for the bar tab.
Do we know where Manny is? Does anybody know?
Manny's in Florida. He became a Christian. He's trying to fix his life a little bit and become a better human being and do things right for his family. I know exactly where Manny is. He's in Weston, Florida, and he's doing great.
Good.
He's got a beautiful family. Him and his wife have found a way to fix everything, and I applaud him for doing that.
Got a story, though. I got a quick story there, Pedro. 8 weeks ago, he's playing for the Round Rock Express for the Oakland A's organization. That's 20 minutes away from where I live in Austin. I drive down there, pick him up for lunch, take him to the golf course. We have a great lunch. Now we start talking hitting and how do you hit inside fouls. How do you pull, Millar? I mean, I used to pull. I take him back to my house. This is before the game. I'm flipping Manny Ramirez soft toss 8 weeks ago. It looks like he had powdered donuts in his hair. You know, he's gray hair, looks like my beard. We're eating powdered donuts, but I'm flipping him soft toss. You can't make this up. In my garage, trying to teach Manny Ramirez how to hit inside fastballs. I've got 100 homers in the big leagues. He's got 600, and he's going, oh yeah. So I'm going hands inside. I'm like, my wife comes out. She goes, what are you doing? And they did.
Well, this is great. This is a great clip, making fun of Schilling.
Right now, everything like Schilling doesn't know how to go down away with 98 miles an hour. Like, let me study for that, Kirk. And here he is. That's his only web gem of his life.
Yes.
Oh, it was a cutoff from Giant Damon. But you can't make this stuff up. You love this guy when you know this guy.
Yeah. Once you get to know him, nobody better than Manny, and nobody funnier than Manny.
He's a kid, and no one with worse hair now than Manny. I'm a connoisseur.
That's why I asked you about Wake, because, I mean...
Speaking of bad hair, look at Luke Scott's cheeks.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Just look at his cheeks right here.
Yeah.
Now, Jerry, you can't grow this and expect, like, you know, I'm looking great today. Like, hey, you know what, guys? I'm cleaned up. I look great. You can't say that, right?
But you have to say it's original, though, if nothing else.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
That's Wolverine, probably. Just like
strong, too. Well, this is a strong Wolverine.
You call Wakey Bradshaw or someone like that?
Yeah, Terry Bradshaw. He's not strong anymore. He's old. Luke, though, if he heard me say it, he could beat me up. He is a strong man right here. Oh. But I'm just bad hair. That's all.
Cowboy you up.
Help.
Cowboy you up.
Petey, last night I heard that you were at dinner with Roger Clemens and Jason Veritek. That must have been an interesting conversation.
It was really very interesting. It's the first time I get to sit down with Roger and talk baseball and talk pitching. And it was really interesting about the things that he did. But me and him pretty much identified each other really good, with just one exception. You know, he's not as quiet as I am, looking eye to eye. But Roger is really interesting. He has a lot of knowledge. He has a very good routine about the way he went and he approached the game. And we were very similar about the way we approached the game.
Yeah.
So I saw everybody getting excited when they saw us face to face and talking baseball. And a lot of people actually asked the same question.
There's strike 3 to Luke Scott. It's the second out of the inning, and 3 strikeouts now for Clay Buchholz.
I missed the pitch, so why don't you do it, Kevin?
Right here's that front door sinker. That's the other new pitch.
Yeah.
A little off the plate. Clay got a call right there. Luke deservingly is kind of saying that ball might be in, but that's the new other pitch. That front door sinker, right-handed pitcher throwing the lefties, correct?
Exactly.
So there you've learned 2 different things.
Maddox was a master at doing that.
He designed it. He dominated the game with 83 miles an hour throwing that pitch.
Yeah. Now, how come Don and I make you a show about 3 times a week?
What's up with
honestly,
that?
God, I got to start writing you guys checks. I've already put your names, and we're going to start getting you checks 3 times a week. It's my favorite part of the show. Remy and Arcillo, what are they going to do? I've had you guys dancing. I've had the stories at times. Your stories are phenomenal. I got to go back and get some more. But
what about Wally? When are you gonna get Wally? Hey, Wally.
Wally's been on the show but you know what? And I apologize. From the network's standpoint, we owe you money because you have made our show this season.
We'll just go ahead and get you our address just to make sure that you can carry
You have beautiful eyes. I didn't realize how pretty your eyes are. Don't get lost in the ocean blues.
I love your hair.
I love them. Yeah.
There we go.
This is the sprinkler done incorrectly, I've been told.
Oh, my goodness.
That's my version of the sprinkler. Then the shopping cart, which is also.
You're like Chris Rose. You're all white boy. You got to have some rhythm, Jerry. Will you teach him?
He's got
That's
nothing.
Chris Rose.
He's got nothing going on.
This is in the air to center field. Shea Swan Lynn is there. Inning is over. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Great to see you both. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Pedro Martinez and Kevin Millar, 3-1. Rays have the lead. Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Tradition, history, and a commitment to everyone on our team. These are just a few of the things Eastern Bank is made of. Find out more at easternbank.com. Last half of the third inning back at Fenway Park as Jose Iglesias leads it off quickly down 0-2. Great to have Pedro and Kevin with us tonight on this celebration of the 2004 World Championship team. And there is strike 3 very quickly to Iglesias. Second strikeout for David Price.
Yeah, the one thing about Millar is he's going to loosen up a little bit.
Yeah, he's really got to let his hair down.
Yeah. Here's that fastball inside corner to Iglesias for the strikeout.
Are you surprised at all that he is now in the media and doing this for a living?
No, not at all.
Not
Absolutely.
at all.
I mean, you could see that coming.
Yeah.
You could see it coming when he was playing. That, this would be a perfect world for him.
Perfect gig, too.
And the show that he's got is perfect for him.
Stays at home.
Does it from home.
Yeah, never leaves his house. Does the entire show from his house every afternoon. They turn the camera off. He's done. This is to left center field, and that's in for a base hit. B.J. Upton cuts it off, fires it back in. It is a one-out single for Pedro Ciriaco.
While we were away on break, Pedro was talking about Ciriaco, and he said Ciriaco is going to be a very special player when he gets the chance to play every day on a regular basis. And we've seen plenty of Pedro here in the second half of the season. Played very, very well for the Red Sox, and Pedro Martinez loves him.
You brought up the topic of Pedro dining last night with Roger Clemens. Would you like to be a fly on the wall for that conversation?
I bet there's a lot of baseball now, a lot of pitching knowledge floating around there, that's for sure.
There's Daniel Nava with one out and Ciriaco at first base. Nava struck out looking in the first inning, one of 2 Ks for Price. Both have been called third strikes.
Ciriaco 15 steals on the season. He has been caught one time. I think the 2 greatest games I saw Pedro pitch was the one at Yankee Stadium where he gave up an early home run and then struck out I don't know how many Yankees.
14?
I think it was more than that.
17.
Yeah. That and the All-Star game here at Fenway Park.
Mm-hmm. But I enjoyed all of them, to be honest with you.
No, they were all events.
Every one of them was special, I thought.
They were all events, every single one of them. But those 2 will always stand out in my mind. And that was a steroid era that he was going up against in the All-Star game.
Yes.
And made him look silly.
It's amazing, though, the difference between the demeanor on a start day and the other days for Pedro Martinez, as we talked to him about, is it's lined into the left for Nava. And up to second base goes Ciriaco. Red Sox have 2 on with 1 out.
Well, the Red Sox getting their share of hits in this ball game off David Price.
Two on, 1 away. And Dustin Pedroia coming up. He grounded out to shortstop in the first inning. Runners, one of them taken off. Ciriaco to third, but he will be out.
He didn't have a good jump at second base. He kind of stopped at second base. You're going to see him. He doesn't have a walking lead. He's going from almost a standstill. And at second base, ideally, you'd like to get that walking or running lead. So from a standstill position, much more difficult to steal third base.
To right center field, and that's going to get in. Matt Joyce over to play it as Nava heads for third to be stopped there. It's a double for Pedroia. Really highlights the caught stealing. Ciriaco would have scored, but instead it's second and third now with 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, 3 straight hits for the Red Sox, but they still don't have a run because of the caught stealing. 95-mile-an-hour fastball away. Pedroia takes it into that gap in right center field and has himself the double. So Second and third now with 2 outs.
Second and third as Cody Ross stands in. He was able to get a single in the second inning and scored the Red Sox first run. They trailed 3-0. It's now 3-1, and Red Sox knocking on the door for some more with runners at second and third. Pitch inside for ball 1. That's a strike, and it's 1-1. For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Sox earn a save, CVS Pharmacy will make a donation to Boston Children's Hospital towards their $25,000 donation this season. 2 outs here in the home half of the third inning. Nava at third base, Pedroia at second base, and Cody Ross the batter. Ross will foul it off. 1-2. 96 from David Price. 2004's team, they had a little bit of everything. And we talk a lot about Pedro, but Kevin Millar, such a huge part of keeping that team loose and together. He was one of those guys that was friends with everybody on the team. He was very close with Manny Ramirez during his time here. And just that guy that keeps you loose, that I'm not sure we've seen a guy like that since he left. It was that lighthearted every day. This one is fouled back.
Now, the thing about that club is they were not afraid to play here.
No.
You know, they embraced playing in a tough market. And, you know, a couple of losses in a row didn't bother them. And they just kept on going and going and going. And, of course, we all know about the great comeback that's been shown 1,000 times. But it was, you know, it takes people who can handle the pressure of playing here. And they could.
1-2 pitch is in the dirt, gathered by Molina nicely. Saves a run as he knocks it down.
And, you know, the other interesting thing that Russ Kent reminds me of, not one starting pitcher missed a game that year out of turn. That's incredible.
Balk called. Run will score. 1-run game now.
Watch David Price start his motion, then stop. No timeout called. Then steps off. He started to go toward home plate, so they're going to call the balk and allow the run to score. Pedroia moves to third.
So David Price here a little rattled as he's given up some hits. A run here finally, and a balk gets that run in. 90 feet away, the tying run in Pedroia's Cody Ross has a count of 2-2. And Ross will strike out as Price gets him to end the inning. Red Sox get a run. It is 3-2 Tampa Bay at the end of 3. Festival is this Sunday, September 30th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You could win one of 4 wedding ceremonies at Fenway Park and a chance to take part in the Hearts on Fire $20,000 diamond hunt. Visit redsox.com/bridal for details. Top half of the 4th inning and a check swing for Matt Joyce. 3-2 game now. Red Sox get a run back in the inning. Joyce with a swing and a miss, down 1-2.
Couple of curveballs for Buck Olson. This is a bat against Matt Joyce, and has him down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Sent foul off to the left, and it hangs at 1-2. Bottom third of the Rays order expected in the inning. Joyce, then Pena, and Molina. Rays scoring 3 times in the 2nd inning off Clay Buchholz. This is chopped short. Iglesias charges, then has to make a tough play, but he fires to first for the out. A lot of guys returning here to Fenway Park as part of the 2004 celebration. One is still in a Red Sox uniform. With more, here's Jenny Dell.
Don, like you said, before today's pregame ceremony, the Red Sox honored that 2004 World Series team. And like you said, the only player to still be playing on this current roster who is part of that 2004 squad, David Ortiz, well, he shared with us his memories of playing on that squad.
When you are winning, things are easier. You know, you gotta deal with less stress. You deal with less bad news, and it's pretty much fun. It's pretty much fun all the way around. We have different guys popping up every night. I mean, we have an unbelievable lineup, unbelievable pitching staff.
And during the pregame ceremony, David Ortiz climbed into a duck boat to join the other members of the 2004 team that was able to make it to tonight's celebration, including Pedro Martinez and Kevin Millar, who just joined you in the booth, and Keith Falk, Jason Varitek, Nomar Garciaparra, Tim Wakefield, Terry Francona, just to name a few. Don, back to you.
All right, Jay, thank you very much. This is line and caught by Mauro Gomez. Made a couple of very good defensive plays in this game.
Yeah, that one was actually in foul territory. A line drive off the bat of Pena. And Mauro Gomez with a jab step to his left. If he doesn't make that catch, I believe that ball goes into foul territory. Instead, it's the 2nd out of the inning.
Well, he's definitely much more comfortable at first base than he is third base.
That's where the bulk of his playing time has been throughout his minor league career.
Makes the grab there for the 2nd out of the 4th inning. Here's Jose Molina. Singled in the 2nd inning, 1 for 1. And a swing and a miss for strike 1.
Once again, the curveball from Buchholz. It's been good for him so far in this game tonight.
Molina with a swing and a miss, 0-2.
Back-to-back curveballs. Once again, the breaking ball, no contact by Molina, and quickly ahead, 0-2.
Molina singled in the 2nd inning, 1 of 4 hits for the Rays. That's on the outside corner. Molina doesn't like it. 4th strikeout for Buchholz. So 1-2-3, 4th inning. Tim Wakefield, Jason Varitek will be in the booth when we come back. The Red Sox swept the Angels 3-0 in the ALDS. Had the incredible comeback from being down 3-0 against the Yankees to win the ALCS 4-3, and swept the Cardinals to win the World Series in an odd twist. Derek Lowe is a winning pitcher in all 3 deciding games. The World Series clinching game against St. Louis, Lowe went 7 innings, allowing no runs on 3 hits, 1 walk while striking out 4. Overall, in the 2004 postseason, Lowe is 3-0 with a 1.86 earned run average in 4 appearances. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea is the refreshing hard iced tea. It tastes like real iced tea. Be a little twisted. Red Sox get a run back. 3-2 Tampa Bay on top of the Red Sox. We head into the bottom of the 4th inning. Mauro Gomez leads it off and takes ball 1. Tim Wakefield alongside. And Tim, I got to start with this only because Millar, who frosts his tips at 42 years old,
I know,
said something about your Moss, which I thought was kind of shocking that he would even go there.
He doesn't have a lot of room to talk. The guy his age still goes to the beauty salon and gets his hair frosted, or whatever you call it.
Right. Now Pedro suggested because now you're a movie star that's why the hair is going longer. It has nothing to do with
it actually it ended up being my son, who has 2 nephews, Nick and Tyler, that play hockey.
Okay.
They were growing their hair out. Trevor wanted hockey hair, so he asked Dad to grow it out with him. And
so that's hockey. That's hockey
hair.
Supposedly. I don't know what you call it.
So the NHL may be in a lockout.
I call it a mess.
But how long are you going to let it go, you think?
No, I don't know. I kind of like it. My wife likes it, and I need to get it cut, though. It's a little too long.
I like it.
Now tell us about Knuckleball.
It was a great film. They followed me and R.A. Dickey around the whole 2011 season, and chronicling our lives and how, the small fraternity of knuckleballers kind of got to the same place but took different paths. And it's a great story about the 2011 season. Obviously, me retiring, but the brotherhood of the fraternity of knuckleballers, how it was passed down, from generation to generation to me, and now it's kind of passing the torch to RA. But it has a lot of human interest in it. It's a story about hope to give kids, that the skinny kids or the non-athletic kids, that if they learn a knuckleball at an early age, that possibly they can, be a major league pitcher one day.
And the question is, is that a pitch that you can teach? It seems like if people could throw it, you see more people throwing it.
It is a hard pitch to throw, but I think it can be taught if you get somebody at an early age. Obviously, I can show you my grip and show you how I threw it. And honestly, in the movie, Phil Necro, Wilbur Wood, Charlie Huff, myself, and R.A., we all threw it differently. If you really have to embrace your own personality with a pitch. I couldn't pitch like Charlie Huff did, or Phil Necro. So when I learned to embrace my own personality into the pitch is kind of when my career kind of started to take off.
Yep. How do those guys help you? Because I know, if Phil Necro worked with you, had different guys. If they did throw it differently than you did, how could they help you when they came in?
Well, it was somebody to talk to that threw the knuckleball when things started to go awry. Is like, who do you turn to? A lot of my pitching coaches knew all my checkpoints, and they were very helpful, but beyond that, there was nobody else to talk to. So to be able to pass on information or just talk about what were you feeling like? What's your checkpoint? Maybe take a little bit of a little piece from every different guy and kind of form your own way to throw it.
We often wonder that doing games up here, when you're having a difficult inning or a difficult time, and the pitching coach goes out, and I used to say to myself, what is he going to tell him? What is he going to tell him?
I used to get some good ones, like, and even in the movie, R.A. talks about it too. The guy comes out and he goes, hey, throw that good one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get right on that.
I'm trying. Yeah.
But, it's something that it's such a feel pitch. There have been innings where I just lose the feel of it and try to figure out what's going wrong. And next inning is like, oh, there it is. It's something clicked. It's a lot of timing and a lot of feel. And, when it's not on, it's really, really bad sometimes.
Yeah, when it's on, it's good.
And when it's on, it's fun.
Well, tonight we're celebrating the 2004 championship, and what do you remember most from that run?
People ask me about that all the time, and I think the biggest thing is that we weren't playing that great until right around August, and all of a sudden the chemistry or the character of our ball club clicked, and we went on a tear. We started winning a lot of games and pushed ourselves. We believed in ourselves. We pushed ourselves into the postseason, and obviously sweeping Anaheim at that time, going to face the Yankees again for the ALCS, and you know, just being down 3 games to none, we believe that, you know, I think Millar said it, and Tito actually came in and says, you know, you got to win tonight or we're going to go home. So that's the mindset that we had going out. You got to win tonight or we're going to go home.
Wake, we thank you for joining us. There's a guy behind you who's going to join us next when we come back. Somebody's messing with your moss.
Messing with my moss.
What is up with that? Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Tony.
it.
Thanks, Greg.
Lead over the Red Sox as leading it off here for the Rays is the top of their order, and Desmond Jennings, followed by B.J. Upton and Ben Zobrist, as we are joined by Tim Wakefield and Jason Varitek up here in the booth. And Tech, welcome back.
Thank you.
We're just talking a little bit about the 04 championship season. I asked Tim, I'll ask you, when did you realize this was a special group? At what point during the season did you realize it was going to be an incredible year?
We knew we had a special group. We had, you know, obviously an offense that could do just a lot of things. And I think that, you know, weeks before we kind of start putting it together, we started playing great baseball and starting with our pitching. And, you know, you knew that once that happened, and those didn't always equate to wins. And then after that, we started winning, and that's when this team took off.
Now, the amazing thing about that year is no starting pitcher missed a turn the whole year. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, that was something special that you don't see happen a lot.
No.
All 5 of us made every 30 or 32 starts that we made, and we stayed healthy all year long.
How quickly did you get used to this ball is in the air? Shea Swan-Lin is out there in center, and he'll put it away. How quickly did you get used to working with Kurt Schilling that first year, getting used to what he liked to do in spring training?
Kurt was, you know, day one, he's out there throwing 100 and some odd pitch, you know, bullpen. So it gives you a little gauge of what he can and can't do. But for me, it's in stages. You get familiar with things on the sides and early. They get a little adrenaline the first couple times they pitch in spring training. But you don't know who you have until these real lights come on. And once we got through, you know, it just happened. We got through a few bumps or a few disagreements early, and we meshed from thereafter.
We talked to Pedro a little while ago, and which is always fun to do. What was it like to catch Pedro Martinez?
Pedro's in a class of his own. You know, those years he threw together, that, you know, he stood head high above the rest of the entire, you know, both American and National League with what he had to offer and how he pitched and his personality. And who you played, because they came in, they knew that, you know, they had to face Pedro Martinez. And that experience is beyond doubt, you know, one of the best ever.
That was the 17 strikeout game against the Yankees after he gave up the home run to Chili Davis early in the game, and after that was just untouchable.
And it was the only hit he gave up that night, too.
Yes. The only hit.
It was unbelievable.
That was it.
Every once in a while, he gets a little stubborn, gives up a hit.
This one is off the scoreboard, played by Nava, headed to second base as Zobrist. He will get there with a 2-out double. Well, how weird is it for you coming back here, Wake, now not playing? Is it strange to come back here and realize that you're retired now? I mean, is it sunk in yet? I mean, where are we at in that process?
It has. You know, when I first came back here for Tech and I threw out the pitch on opening day, it was a little awkward, I think, for both of us. We were down there in the tunnel talking about it, and it was weird being here, you know, walking out onto the grass in Fenway Park for the first time after retiring. But, you know, being back a couple times for the 100th anniversary, and then obviously for my day and for his day, it gets more comfortable every time, you know, I come into the ballpark or walk onto the field and say hi to the guys or whatever. But, you know, it's been a transition process for me personally, because I still feel like I can compete, and I still miss competing, and I miss being out here, and I miss being in the electricity of the crowd. It'll take time.
Jason, what do you think about him as a TV star?
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, look at the hair.
Look at it. Flowing in the back here.
I mean, the two best sets of hair in the reunion is he and Kevin.
Yeah. Frosted
I don't
tips.
both mine, though.
Both the TV guys. Nomar always had a great set of hair,
Yeah, he
so
did.
that always consisted. You know, Nomar was always consistent that way since I played with him in college. But look at 1-5. He's freshly highlighted.
Yes, all right, well, now he's a TV star. Are you any closer to figuring out what you want to do next?
Oh, I definitely have a face for radio.
Okay, so not ready to go anywhere yet as far as another job or anything?
No, we're still working. I'm going to be involved in some way, somehow. And we're, you know, at the final stages of seeing what that's going to be in the near future.
Okay, great. We look forward to that very much. The runner at second base here with 2 outs in the inning. Evan Longoria, the batter. And this is chopped to third base. With it is Valencia. Go across the diamond to end the inning. Buckholz is halfway through this one. It's 3-2. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming up. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
See you.
Coming up.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it. Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Tradition, history, and a commitment to everyone on our team. These are just a few of the things Eastern Bank is made of. Find out more at easternbank.com. Well, John Henry enjoying the company of Pedro Martinez, along with Linda Pizzuti Henry and John Henry's box, and Pedro Martinez, the great, here tonight at Fenway Park as part of the 2004 celebration. Shea Swan Lim leading it off here for the Red Sox, activated yesterday and in the lineup tonight for Boston here in the last of the fifth. Be followed by Jose Iglesias and Pedro Siriaco. Red Sox trailing by a run. It's been a fun night here at Fenway. Let's see a lot of former friends stopping in here at Fenway Park as part of the 04 team.
Yeah, I really had no much clue what's going on in the game right now.
I got you covered. Shea Swan Lynn 1 for 6 in the big leagues this year as he chops to third. Longoria, the nice play off balance. Good throw to get Lynn for the first out of the inning. Well, Dunkin' Donuts is proud to give back at every Red Sox home game. Dunkin' Donuts hosts a nonprofit children's organization. Thousands of kids have had the chance to catch a Sox game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. Tonight we welcome members of the Goffstown Baseball League in Goffstown, Mass. Dunkin' Donuts committed to the community. The ultimate dirt dog in town, and that is a compliment for Trot Nixon. Pitch outside for ball one to Jose Iglesias. He knows he's on television.
People get crazy when they're on
Yeah,
TV.
they just freak out and just start sticking your tongue out and throwing your hands around. Yeah, look at him. I'm looking at you. I think that's a Millar kid that just came over. This is line back off the glove. A Price to short. Zobrist fires to first. Yeah, that should go 1-6-3 for out number 2.
Nice play there by Zobrist. This ball bouncing off the glove of Price. Zobrist is able to make the reaction and get in position to make the play as the ball had to make him change directions. And then the off-balance throw to first base to get Iglesias. Nice play by Ben Zobrist.
2 down in the fifth for Pedro Siriaco. Flied out to the warning track in center field in the first. Single to center in the third. 1 for 2. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Price is now retired 6 in a row.
Yeah, Price going with that curveball down and in on Siriaco, and Siriaco chasing it to quickly get down in the count 0-2.
This one fouled off down the right field line, out of play. Whether you're watching the game at the park or at home, Eastern Bank's mobile banking lets you access your account from wherever you are. Just one more way Eastern Bank is making banking easier. Learn more at easternbank.com. Another foul off the bat of Pedro Siriaco. Siriaco now, if the inning continues, Nava would be next. 0-2 is a swing, and he thought he foul tipped it, and apparently he did. Hit the dirt. There's Molina trying to sell it, but home-plate umpire Mike Everett
Trying to sell it, but it's not going to be sold. Foul tipped, and Molina does a nice job blocking, obviously, but see Siriaco saying, yep, it was foul tipped, and the ball hit the ground, and Molina can only smile about it. Joe Maddon's not smiling.
No 2 pitch is outside, 1-2. Cleveland beats Chicago tonight 4-3. That goes final. This one is fouled off at the dish, getting a piece of the home plate umpire, Mike Everett. I just said that like that's new information. You already covered that. It was a day game, right? I just looked at the board and it was final. I'm thinking, wow, it's 9 o'clock. That game was fast.
And you got me covered?
Yeah. I haven't got anybody covered. So there it is. Cleveland beats Chicago 4-3. Nothing has changed. It's ball 2-2.
Nothing has changed in the Kansas City-Detroit game either. That's still 2-0. Tigers leading that one. So if that holds up, you got a tie in the Central.
And that is really happening tonight.
That is happening as we speak.
Siriaco strikes out. That is 6 strikeouts for Price. We are through 5. 3-2 Tampa Bay. Supplier of pipe, valves, fittings, and pumps to institutions and manufacturing facilities across the Northeast. Selection, expertise, solutions, we've got it. Visit fwweb.com. Now between innings, Laz Diaz thanking this gentleman for his service and handing him a baseball souvenir tonight. As Luke Scott leads it off with a swing and a miss. Scott has walked and struck out. And that's strike 2, 0-2. Next pitch for Buchholz will be the 80th of his outing, dealing with the first batter here of inning number 6. On the ground, foul towards the end of the Red Sox dugout, and it hangs at 0-2. Well, tomorrow night at 5:30, join us for Red Sox First Pitch, presented by farm families who own Cabot Creamery Cooperative and VermontVacation.com. TC, Peter, and Jenny will preview John Lester's start, the Red Sox final game at Fenway this season. We'll also have special guests on Yawkey Way from the All-Fenway team. We'll be honored prior to the game. Coverage begins at 5:30 only on Nesson.
And again, the Red Sox are asking fans to be in their seats at 6:30 tomorrow for that ceremony.
That'll just miss. We'll catch up with Jenny Dell and get news and notes from around Major League Baseball next half inning. Luke Scott to be followed by Jeff Keppinger and Matt Joyce. Rays batting here in the 6th inning. Foul off to the left, out of play. There's Keppinger waiting on deck here in inning number 6. Swinging a foul tip held onto by Lavarnway for strike 3. 5th strikeout for Clay Buchholz. 1 down in the 6th inning.
Clay's really settled down in this ball game after a very rough 2nd inning where he walked a couple and gave up that 3-run home run. He's back on target now. That was a cut fastball for the strikeout there on Scott.
1 out in the 6th inning. Jeff Keppinger, the batter, hit a big 3-run home run. It's all the offense the Rays have put together after back-to-back walks by Buchholz in the 2nd inning. Keppinger went deep for the 8th time this season. Walks to Longoria and Scott, followed by this, and all of a sudden Buchholz was down 3-0 in the game. Right off the light stanchion. (1-0). This is blooped to left center field. It'll fall in for a hit. Nava over to play it. 2nd hit of the night for Jeff Keppinger.
That sounded like it was toward the end of the bat for Keppinger. A cut fastball from Buchholz, but it does stay up in the zone. And Keppinger toward the end of the bat lines it in the left field for the base hit.
One out, one on as Matt Joyce is coming up. Joyce grounded out in the 2nd inning and then grounded out in the 4th. 0 for 2 tonight. Down and in. Nice pick on the backhand by Lavarnway.
Once again, Buchholz going to that cut fastball. Lavarnway backhanding that ball. And keeping Keppinger at first base.
Swing and a miss for Joyce, and the count evens at 1-1. Matt Joyce coming to the Rays from the Tigers. Deal for Edwin Jackson. One is going to miss. Ball 2, 2-1. It's time now for tonight's AT&T trivia question. Question is, how many runs did the Red Sox score in the 2004 World Series against the Cardinals? I'll have the answer for you a little bit later. 2-1 pitches inside. Jerry, thinking back to that 04 World Series, the year before the Yankees and Red Sox had that incredible American League Championship Series. We all know what happened. The Red Sox lost, but the Yankees had nothing left, and they lose to the Florida Marlins and Josh Beckett's team. And he wondered at the end of that long series where the Red Sox came all the way back what they would have against the Cardinals. The team that had a great lineup top to bottom. They did nothing virtually offensively in that series, and it's a base hit to right, and all of a sudden the Red Sox went 4 straight and ended up sweeping them right out, but it had to be a concern looking back on it now.
You're right. I mean, it almost felt like the season was over after they beat the Yankees.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden you look up and you go, wait a minute, we got another series to go to win the World Series, and they made it just look easy going 4 straight through that the St. Louis Cardinals that year. And the Cardinals, you're right, they had a very, very good team. But the Red Sox, everything was clicking on the right cylinder. And it's a special feeling on a team when something like that happens, because it doesn't happen a lot. And, they clicked the second half of the season. They obviously started to click after going down 0-3, and then there was just no stopping that club after that.
Yeah, Albert Pujols right in the middle of that lineup for the Cardinals that year. Scott Rowland, guys who had tremendous years and get into that World Series situation. Jim Edmonds was in there as well, and others, and they did nothing against the Red Sox pitching. 1 out, 2 on here in the 6th inning. Carlos Pena, the batter. Edgar Renteria, of course, was on that team as well. Mike Matheny, who's now managing St. Louis Cardinals, part of that lineup as well. This is in the dirt, but no advance for the runners. Warming up in the pen for the Red Sox is Scott Atchison. The 1-0. He is on the ground right side. Gomez go to second for Juan. Buchholz is covering, and he is pulled off. Apparently, according to Laz Diaz. Looked like the foot was there, but Buchholz not arguing, so apparently not.
Now, he did get pulled off that first base bag. The return throw from Iglesias at shortstop is going to pull Clay off the first base bag. He's actually in a pretty good position to make the play. He stretched out like a first baseman, but he had the reach to his left. There's the runner coming in on Iglesias. He tries to get rid of it quickly and jump over the runner. The throw's a little bit high, and you can see the foot come off the bag at first base. Right there.
So first and third with 2 down, and a chance here for Jose Molina, who was singled and struck out 1 for 2 from his number 9 spot in the order. Keppinger at third base, Pena at first base with 2 outs. Molina thought about it, but holds up. Pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. 5 2/3 deep is Clay Buchholz. 7 hits, 3 runs. He 3-run home run by Keppinger in the second. It's walked 2, and that was just prior to the 3-run shot. Struck out 5 and thrown 94 pitches. Trying to work his way around a jam here in the 6th inning. First and third, 2 down. He glances over at Pena at first base. That's a strike, and it's 2-1 as Molina looks back at home plate umpire Mike Everett. And it gets the count from Everett as you see the top of the Rays order. Desmond Jennings waiting on deck. In the air towards left center field. On the move is Nava. He's not going to get it. It's going to one-hop the wall. Keppinger scores. Pena's going to try and score. Here comes the throw from short left, and that's going to be up the line. 2 runs in for the Rays. And they take a 5-2 lead. A big 2-run double or single for Molina. Had to stop at first. Apparent injury. Man pulled something running to first base. But he drives in 2 runs in the process. We'll see if he stays in the game.
Yeah, Molina gets a changeup that stays up in the zone right there and finds that gap just over the head of Nava. They have to play the ball off the wall. Molina, you can see him scuffling in the first base, and he has to stay right there. Looks like he pulls something, maybe a quad.
So he is coming out of this game. I'm not sure how this happened, but they have added an error to the left fielder on this play. Only 1 RBI. I didn't see the bobble out there or any kind of problem from Nava. He did hit the cutoff man. I'm not sure where the error falls in. We'll take a look again and see if we see it here.
Take another look at it. Well, it does bounce out of the glove, but I mean, you know, that's quite common when you're playing a ball off the wall like that. I don't think it really would have made that big of a difference at the plate anyway.
So as it stands right now, it's 1 RBI on the play from Molina, leaves the game. And
I think Jose Lobaton is going to come in for Tampa Bay. It looked like that's what Joe Madden was calling for.
While we have a moment, immediately following the game, stay with us for WB Mason, Red Sox Extra Innings Live with TC, Peter, and Jenny. Have a breakdown of Clay Buchholz's outing, including his take on tonight's performance. Plus, in our Sox on Deck segment, highlights a player or topic that is on deck for 2013 and beyond. We'll take a look at the 2012 Red Sox Minor League Defensive Player of the Year, Jackie Bradley Jr. It's all coming up right after the game. So it is Lobaton who will run at first base. Likely stay in the game here for Molina, who leaves with an injury. Runner at first base, 2 down in the inning, 2 runs in. It's 5-2 now. Tampa Bay on top, and here's Desmond Jennings. It's a strike over the outside corner. Another strike, staying outside, 0-2. This is back up the middle, moving is Iglesias nicely to his left to flip to second. That ends the inning. But 2 runs in for the Rays, who take a 5-2 lead after 5.5.
MGM Grand Theater Saturday, October 6th. For tickets, visit foxwoods.com or call 1-800-200-2882. Foxwoods is the official resort casino of the Boston Red Sox.
Back at Fenway Park as the Rays tack on 2 more in the top half of the 6th inning. It's now a 5-2 Tampa Bay lead as David Price back to the mound. He's retired the last 7 Red Sox in a row, and it'll be Nava, Pedroia, and Ross expected here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nava's got a hit tonight, a single his last time up. 1 for 2 in the game. The catcher, Jose Lobaton, who does stay in the game after pinch running for Jose Molina. Left with a leg injury. But left after a big hit, driving in 2 runs. In between innings, Bobby Valentine and Clay Buchholz talking. Has the look of you're done.
Yeah.
Especially when Randy comes by and talks some more. 2-1 is fouled back.
Sometimes players don't want to talk anymore. You know what I mean?
You have that feeling.
Yeah.
You're all talked out.
Like you're just kind of reflecting on your start, and you really don't want to talk.
You were one of those guys, if you had a...
Don't talk to me.
Right. I mean, at the end of the game, you do not want to talk to your hitting coach after the game. Tomorrow is great.
Tomorrow, I'll be here early.
Right.
We can talk all you want. Just leave me alone right now.
Right away is not the time to talk to you about...
This is not a good time to talk to me.
Yeah. How much has changed about that? I've wanted to talk to you a couple times after games about something that happened during the game.
Absolutely, nothing has changed.
You're nowhere to be found.
No.
Nava strikes out. That's 7 strikeouts for David Price. And we promised you news and notes. Jenny Dell.
Thanks, Don. MLB News and Notes are brought to you by Nissan. The Rockies' Carlos Gonzalez underwent an MRI on his left hamstring, which revealed inflammation behind his knee. He could miss the final 9 games. And the Diamondbacks have shut down pitcher Tyler Skaggs for the rest of the season. Between the minors and the majors, the 21-year-old lefty threw 151 and a third innings this season. And the White Sox push Jake Peavy's scheduled start back a day to Thursday to give the pitcher an extra day of rest. And in his place, Hector Santiago is expected to make the start tomorrow. Don?
Thanks, Jenny. 1 out here in the 6th inning. Dustin Pedroia, the batter, is grounded out and double.
You know, I've never really found you the type to sit around after a game and want to discuss the intricacies of the game.
How do you know? Are you here? You're never here. I may hang out sometimes. I go to the press conference downstairs some nights.
Sometimes after the break, I catch you at the elevator. Right? You're not fooling me.
Go to the press conference, hang out, go down, and spend some time looking over my notes.
My feeling has always been...
When it's over, it's over.
It's over, it's over. There's no more I can say, do about it. When I was playing, there was nothing I could do that night about it. I didn't want to talk about it. Let's go back to work tomorrow and do it the right way tomorrow. That's the way I feel. I've always felt that way.
Nothing has changed.
And nothing has changed.
Even though you've changed jobs, theory is still the same. This is down the right field line and foul.
I mean, what are we going to talk about after the game? We've been talking for 3 hours.
Talk about different
situations. Not our games, 4 hours.
Game situations. You know, how we handle the pitching change or...
No, that's what the analysts are back in the studio are for.
Oh, I'm not talking about the actual game. I'm talking about you and I, how we handle different situations in the game.
We can do that on the plane if we're traveling somewhere.
Chat about how maybe while I was talking, you cut me off at one point. I didn't like it.
You can call your agent about it. And tell him.
Brad's here, as a matter of fact. This is on the ground foul.
Oh, your agent's here tonight?
He's here tonight, yes.
Is he upset with me for talking over you?
No, not at all. Very happy with our one shot in the open. There's Brad Blank, a terrific super agent. Many NFL players. He's also my agent. I don't know why he has me. But he does. Sitting next to Peter King tonight here at Fenway Park. But Brad covered that. Yeah, no, we're very happy with the one shot in the open, how it begins on me.
That's part of Don's contract.
Yes.
Is that when we come on camera,
it starts with me.
For at least, what do we do, 162 games? For at least 155, it has to be a one shot of just you.
And sadly, we're done.
And then I come in for my little weak part, and I get out. I get out,
and then there's another one.
You go on to do more.
Right. So I'd like to thank Brad for that. He does a terrific job, and he's done a terrific job in making sure that that's secured.
I know. I get a call from him every time I, speak over you.
This is into center field. Dustin Pedroia has a base hit with one out, his second hit of the night.
Multiple hit game for Pedroia, a double, now a single, as the Red Sox try to mount a rally here in the sixth inning. He gets the fastball from Price. He's always done very well against David Price. 296 coming into the game, 2 for 3 tonight against Price.
One out, one on, and Cody Ross coming up. Ross singled in the second inning, struck out in the third. He is 1 for 2.
Who made the New York Times today?
No. Wall Street Journal.
Oh, the Wall Street Journal
yes.
we made. The money paper.
Yes, I think. This is on the ground to short. Zobrist will flip to second, on to first. It's 2. A double play ends the sixth inning. We'll talk about the Wall Street Journal and more when we come back to Fenway. It's 5-2 Rays. Every device. Unlimited access is always available for home delivery to subscribers, and it's free for everyone until September 30th. Back at Fenway Park, 5-2. Rays have the lead. Fouled off by B.J. Upton. The pitcher is Scott Atchison as we move to the seventh inning. And this call to the bullpen is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Atchison's 41st appearance, 2-1 with a nifty 1.64 ERA. Line drive to center field for B.J. Upton that is in for a base hit. First hit of the night for Upton, second time he's been on. Time now for the answer to our AT&T trivia question. How many runs did the Red Sox score in the 2004 World Series against the Cardinals? Answer is 24. Red Sox won Game 1 11-9, Game 2 6-2, Game 3 4-1, and completed the sweep with a 3-0 win in Game 4, outscoring the Cardinals 24-12 in the series. Johnny Damon led the Red Sox with 4 runs scored. David Ortiz, Manny Ramirez, and Mark Bellhorn tied for the team lead with 4 RBIs each. Boston had 8 players score 2 or more runs during the series, while St. Louis had just 3 players score more than once. As a team, the Red Sox batted .283, while the Cardinals hit just .190 in the World Series.
B.J. Upton at first base, 30 steals on the season, caught 6 times.
In there for strike 2. Scott Atchison throwing a scoreless 8th inning Friday night against Baltimore. 3 1/3 scoreless innings since being activated on the 12th of September. That just missed. It is 1-2. Andrew Miller warming in the pen for the Red Sox. On the ground towards second, Pedroia with a chance for 2 to first for 2. It's time for a game break in. Tom Karen, TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Here at Fenway Park, it's 5-2. Rays have the lead with 2 outs in the 7th. Evan Longoria, the batter. He takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Longoria walked and scored in the 2nd, singled in the 3rd, and then grounded out in the 5th. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Next half inning, we will get you a recap in case you missed it. The touching tribute to Johnny Pesky on Sunday night here at Fenway Park. This is lined into left field for Evan Longoria, his 2nd hit of the game. He's aboard with 2 outs in the inning.
On base 3 times, a walk back in the 2nd inning, base hit in the 3rd, base hit now with 2 outs in the 7th.
Well, tonight, following our Red Sox coverage, join Jamison Coyle for Nesson Daily, presented by Sun Life Financial. TC talks with Boston University men's hockey head coach Jack Parker about the state of the program. Plus, Patriots head coach Bill Belichick learns his fate following Sunday night's incident with the replacement refs. All this and much more on Nesson Daily tonight after our Red Sox coverage, only on Nesson.
I'm lucky I still have a TV after that game on Sunday.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Throw some stuff around, did you?
Oh, I was sick.
See last night? Did you watch the Seattle Green Bay?
No.
Oh,
Mike and
even
Molly.
worse.
Was it? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Mike and Molly last night, season premiere.
Mm-hmm. How was it?
5-5-0. Very good.
Thumbs up on both.
Thumbs up.
Luke Scott has walked and struck out twice. Shoots 1 foul, evens the count at 1-1. On the ground to first base, Gomez will back up, tag the bag, and end the inning. Again, we come back. We'll have a look back at the Pesky tribute from Sunday night when we return. Game Day Live presented by Uno's with TC, Peter, and Jenny at 6. We'll have special guests on Yawkey Way leading up to the pregame ceremony honoring the all-Fenway team. Plus highlights from the Yankees matinee matchup with the Twins. Live coverage begins at 5:30 right here on Nesson. It's the bottom of the 7th inning, and Mauro Gomez leading it off. He is 1 for 2 in the game. A single in the 2nd inning. Struck out swinging in the 4th inning. 7 strikeouts for David Price in the game tonight.
So what did we make the Wall Street Journal for? For all the money we make?
No. Maybe you make.
That's
that was not the topic. The topic was bias. And you know how you do the hometown inning on occasion?
Yes.
There are some in our profession who carry that during the entire game and consider themselves part of the team.
Mm-hmm.
We are unbiased.
Is that a good thing? Or
I think it's a very good thing.
It's a good thing.
Yes. We are impartial. We play it right down the middle.
And how did they rank these? I mean,
they watched one game and based whether or not you dropped a we or an us or cheered. Swing and a miss. Mauro Gomez. That's strikeout number 8 for Price. We are one of 5 broadcast teams that had a 0. It was us, Vin Scully, the Mets crew, Gary Cohen, Ron Darling, and Keith Hernandez, Buck Martinez, Pat Tabler. I think I got everybody. I mentioned Vin Scully, went with Vin.
And the Yankees.
And the Yankees. Michael Kay and his assorted others, Ken Singleton. Think about it, though. They're all kind of major markets for the most part, and that really doesn't play, I think, in a lot of major markets if you cheer openly. I don't know.
Probably not. No, I know when I first started this job, it's a little bit different than it was then. They had these critics that would critique just about every game that you did.
Just rip you.
And if you didn't rip your hometown team, they ripped you.
So
you know,
you threw your stuff out there.
Yeah. So in other words, we're fair and balanced.
That's been taken though. We got to come up with something else.
Yeah.
We're in the middle. Pitches, swing and a miss. Lamarnway with a hack, 1 and 2. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it is what it is, and we are.
I guess it's a good thing if you're in with Vin Scully.
Yeah, anything's good if you're in with Vin Scully.
Yeah.
One, 2 is a foul tip for strike 3. 9 strikeouts for Price. Second time Lamarnway has struck out.
Still got a good fastball here in the 7th inning. Does David Price as he throws it by Lamarnway. 2 strikeouts here in the 7th.
Oh-4 team enjoying tonight's game. This is on the ground left side. Zobrist with a bobble. We have time to recover. The throw's off the mark. Had to hurry, and it pulls Pena off. Valencia will reach at first base. Zobrist likely charged with an error, and is.
Well, that ball took a bad hop on Zobrist at shortstop. Watch this last hop right here. Oh, no, it did. I'm sorry, it did not. He just did not make the play. I thought it came up on him, but it was a true hop that he just couldn't make the play on.
So 2 down, a runner at first base, and Shayswan Lin, batter. 0 for 2 in the game. 1 for 8 now in his season with the Red Sox. There's a ground ball to third base, foul. Well, as we mentioned, Sunday night, a very special tribute here at Fenway Park to Johnny Pesky. After the game on Sunday night, and entire Red Sox team in uniform was there, and many people spoke, as well as Jerry. Roger Clemens was here in attendance, Pedro Martinez, and then they all walked out and signed the pole. Jerry, you were out there as well, and had to be very special.
It was a very nice tribute to Johnny, and a nice memory of his life. And it was kind of a thrill going out to sign that right field pole. At number 6 at shortstop, where everybody dropped flowers on the way over to signing the pole.
Swing and a miss, and Price strikes out the side. He's into double figures in Ks. That's 10. Played 7. It's 5-2. Rays on top. Back on the mound for the Red Sox, second inning of relief. Works the 7th, starts the 8th, and Jeff Keppinger leading it off here for the Rays. 3-run home run in the 2nd inning. Single in the 6th. 2 for 3 in the game as take strike 1. Just one more home game left for the Red Sox in the 2012 season here tomorrow night, and Red Sox then go out for an off day in Baltimore and play the Orioles for 3, the Yankees for 3, and that's a wrap on 2012. And the Red Sox will not be in the postseason. They'll have something to do with the teams that are trying to get into the postseason, beginning here at Tampa Bay and then Baltimore and New York for that matter. 3-1 is chopped down the third baseline. Valencia plays the hop and the out at first base. 1 down in the 8th. Hey, Jerry, William Shatner is at the ballpark tonight. He's playing the home plate umpire for Brian Evans' music video at Fenway. Brian is Ernie Bach as well, and they are shooting here at Fenway Park following the game tonight. That video is taking place right here that we were talking about last week. Tonight,
Denny Crane. My favorite character that Shatner ever played.
And Brian Evans singing the national anthem tonight here before the game. Scott Atchison's night is over. He goes an inning and a third. It's 5-2 Rays. Bank at Eastern Bank, we made it free checking. It's got nothing to hide, which means no fees or any other types of curveballs. Check out what else we're made of at easternbank.com. One out in the top half of the 8th inning as Andrew Miller deals to Matt Joyce with a pitch inside for ball 1. Miller comes in, third arm used tonight by Bobby Valentine. His 51st appearance, 3-1 with a 3.29 earned run average. 47 strikeouts in 38 1/3 innings. 1-0 is in there for a strike, 1-1. More action in the Red Sox pen. Mark Melancon is up in the pen. .95 from Miller, and he's ahead 1-2. Did he go? They check no. This is Paul Schreiber, third base umpire. And it's 2-2 to Matt Joyce. Full count now. Joyce with a single his last time up. Pena waiting on deck. One out here in the 8th. And a swing and a miss. Miller is able to strike out Joyce. 2 down in the 8th.
That hard breaking ball there by Andrew Miller to pick up the strikeout against the lefty Joyce. Another lefty coming to the plate now in Pena.
Swing of the foul for strike 1. Carlos Pena is singling in the 2nd inning. Grounded out in the 4th, reached on a fielder's choice in the 6th inning. A 1 to Pena is grounded foul over by the Red Sox dugout and into it. Nice snare by Mike Aviles. Visit the official online shop of the Boston Red Sox at redsox.com. Browse the largest online selection of authentic team gear, including official caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop redsox.com shop.
Bill is showing those good hands in the dugout, not only at shortstop, but also while not playing.
One-two fouled off Pena's foot, and it goes all the way out to the right side. Shift is on. 2 down in the inning, and it is 1-2. Next half inning, we get you caught up on all the day's sports news on NESN Daily. Jamison Coyle will be along. One-two pitch is outside, and it is 2-2. Popped up foul, backing out of play. Still 2-2. On deck is Jose Lobaton, who came into the game after Molina left. Jose Molina leaving with a leg injury. And hit with a pitch is Pena. 2 outs in the inning. 96-mile-an-hour fastball gets him, and he'll head down to first base.
That ball just got away from Andrew Miller. He got 2 strikes on Pena. Tried to throw the fastball by him. Instead, gets him off the shin. It looks like with the fastball. And that has to sting a little bit.
So a 2-out base runner in Pena as Jose Lobaton bats for the first time. Mentioned he came in as a pinch runner for Molina in the 6th inning. Lobaton fouls the first pitch off to the right. Started only once since September the 5th. But has appeared in 10 of the last 22 games. 27-year-old switch hitting rookie, adding 184 in the year. Broken bat, pop up to shallow left. Out goes Iglesias, and he'll make the catch. They strand a runner to the Rays in the top of the 8th inning. It's 5-2 Rays at the end of 7.5. Well, the ceremony tonight prior to the game, the 2004 team honored here tonight at Fenway Park. Over the 100th anniversary at Fenway Park. Keith Folk throwing out the first pitch to Jason Varitek tonight. But the Rays with a 3-run home run after 2 walks allowed by Clay Buchholz makes it 3-0 Tampa Bay. David Price on the pitching side of things been outstanding. 10 strikeouts through 7 innings for the Rays. Back out there for the bottom of the 8th inning. Jose Iglesias leading it off, and a check swing foul has him down 0-2. New second baseman as Ryan Roberts takes over at second. Swing and a miss. Iglesias strikes out. Lobaton will throw him out. That's 11 strikeouts now for David Price.
Well, David Price, you know, you've heard all year long about this guy potentially being a Cy Young candidate. He certainly is that. And he's showing that tonight against the Red Sox. Very, very effective. Curveball that time to Iglesias, gets him to chase it.
Joel Peralta is warming in the pen. As Price works here with one out in the 8th inning. Jim Hickey, the pitching coach for the Rays. In there for strike one to Pedro Siriaco. 11 strikeouts tonight for David Price. 13th time that he's had 10 strikeouts or more in an outing. His career high is 14 strikeouts in an outing. Did that in 2011 against the Blue Jays. They'll skip in for ball one at 96 miles an hour. The Red Sox have action of their own as Vicente Padilla is warming up. Mark Melancon had been warming up, but now it's Padilla. Swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 12 for David Price. 2 down in the inning. Let's check in with you need to know with Nesson Daily, presented by Sun Life Financial. Here's Jamison Coyle.
All right, thanks, Don. Finally, we've got some good news from the NHL, however small it may be. Both the league and the Players Association will resume negotiations on Friday after more than a week off. This news coming as we wrap up the 10th day of the NHL lockout. According to reports, Friday's meeting will take place in New York and will begin with the discussion of non-economic issues. Don?
All right, Jamison, thanks very much. Hope the NHL can figure things out here in a hurry. Pitch misses outside to Daniel Nava.
At least they continue to talk.
Yes, that's a good sign.
Yes.
Even if it is about non-economical discussions.
Economics can come up at the meeting. Who knows? I'm optimistic.
Jamison said that's not planned.
I don't care what he said.
2-0.
Suppose one of the guys raised their hand and said, let's talk about economics.
No, we're not going to talk about that here. We decided that before. This is to left. Jennings comes in a step and makes the catch. Another easy inning for David Price. We head for the ninth, 5-2 Tampa Bay. Insurance tomorrow in the final game here at Fenway this season will be the Rays' Alex Cobb facing John Lester. Last Monday against the Red Sox in Tampa, Cobb took the loss, going 6 innings while allowing 2 hits and 3 earned runs. in a 5-2 loss. Meanwhile, on Friday, John Lester allowed 4 earned runs on 8 hits, walked 3 in a 4-2 loss against the Orioles here at Fenway. Live coverage begins tomorrow at 5:30 with the Red Sox first pitch. We head to the 9th, and the Red Sox use their 4th pitcher. Vicente Padilla's got a strike over the outside corner to Desmond Jennings. Padilla's 54th appearance of the year, 4-1 with a 4.79 earned run average. 50 strikeouts in 47 innings. Opponent sitting at 303 against Padilla. And a pitch outside. Ball 1-1-1. Jennings 0 for 4 from the top spot in the Rays order tonight. Well, the Orioles end up getting blanked tonight by the Toronto Blue Jays 4-0. Orioles splitting a doubleheader yesterday at Camden Yards in Baltimore with Toronto, and they lose tonight. While the Yankees have the lead 2-1 over Minnesota in the 7th inning in Minnesota. Lead was a game and a half to start tonight for New York in the American League East.
And if Tampa holds on here, Tampa Bay, they'll gain on Baltimore in the wild card.
Two to Jennings. Fouled off Lavarnway. Pedro Beato we've not yet seen. Brought up from the Pawtucket Red Sox after the Governor's Cup championship for the Paw Sox. Two is line foul down the left field line and into the seats. Beato, a big part of the Paw Sox championship run, and Bobby Valentine trying to find some time for everybody here down the stretch run. Two. Popped up right side. Gomez in fair ground now staggers, but makes the catch for the first out of the inning and sent it back down to Jenny.
Don, in conclusion of Fenway's season-long 100th anniversary celebration, tomorrow night the Red Sox will unveil the all-time Fenway Park team during the pregame ceremony. And the all-time Fenway Park team was determined by fan voting, baseball historians, Red Sox staff, and team history consultants. Fans cast more than 120,000 votes this season, and as Jerry mentioned before, fans are asked to be in their seats by 6:30 p.m. for tomorrow's home season finale presentation. Jerry, a big congratulations on being named to the all-time Fenway Park team.
Thank you very much, Jenny. It means an awful lot to me, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. I really am.
I was going to ask you that. It's right around the corner.
Yeah,
before you know it.
It's pretty special.
B.J. Upton drives this to deep left field. Back goes Nava at the wall. He'll make the catch. B.J. Upton coming up just short of the wall. 2 down.
Looked like the ball had enough distance to get off the wall, but the Nava goes right back to it. Gets that hand out to make sure he braces himself and is able to make the catch against that left field wall. Right in front of the Yankee sign.
2 down in the 9th for Ben Zobrist. 1 for 4 in the game. He doubled in the 5th inning. There's that slow curveball in there for a strike. 55 miles an hour.
Actually, a little harder than he normally throws. Sometimes it's, 44?
Closer up now for the Rays, Fernando Rodney, and what right now is a save situation. 5-2, Tampa Bay on top. In tight for ball 3, 3-1. Into center field, a ringing single for Ben Zobrist right by Padilla. And it is a 2-out base hit for Zobrist.
Padilla's lucky that ball didn't get him right in the shoulder. A line shot back through the middle by Zobrist that goes right over the shoulder of Vicente Padilla. Right over that right shoulder, too. Gets the glove up in a protective mode in front of the face.
That'll miss outside. It's 1-1. Time called. Longoria backs out.
Tom just wrote me a message between pitches and I had trouble reading it, and then when I finally figured it out, it's pretty funny.
Some stuff you can't share.
No,
you just, it's too bad.
No.
Love to share.
And there's some stuff you don't understand.
No, it's inside stuff. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. SAP function brought to you by Kettle One. Enjoy the game. On the ground to third base, Valencia go to second for the force out that ends the inning. Head to the bottom of the ninth, 5-2, Tampa Bay on top. Red Sox on Nesson during the 2012 season. Hess Express will donate $500 to the Red Sox Foundation for every Red Sox home run. Hess Express committed to helping the cause. We'll group together. And we got to see the video of Kevin Millar. Seems like it was just yesterday. Kevin was 15. Now he's 40-something with frosted hair and a few more LBs. Laz Diaz seen enough of the dance. Pitches up high and outside. Laz has the power to eject him from the ballpark if he wanted to.
He could probably throw him right out.
Yes, he could. He could toss him for that. Pedroia leading it off as the pitch misses, and no, it doesn't. It's a strike over the outside corner. Well, the night tonight for David Price. Pitching line brought to you by Lexus. 8+, 7 hits, 2 runs, hasn't walked anybody. Struck out 12 on 104 pitches. His one complete game of the year. He's one hopper picked by Roberts. What a pick. Throw to first for the first out of the inning.
Now put in for defensive reasons a couple of innings ago and makes a nice play here on Pedroia. Takes a base hit away from him. That ground ball exploding. But Roberts able to make the play, working from the ground up to get that out.
I mentioned one complete game on the year for Price. That came on the 24th of April against the Angels in a 5-0 win. There's 3 career complete games coming into tonight. He has 1 out in the 9th, and Cody Ross the batter. Swing and a miss. 94 on the fastball, and it's 1-1. Trying to get his 19th win of the year. Price coming in at 18-5, and Joe Madden sticking with him here in the 9th, and why not? This is bloop to left. In comes Jennings. He'll dive forward and make the catch. What a grab. Some pretty good defense turned in here by the Rays in the 9th. 2 down.
Well, I'll say for a team that's last in the American League defensively, they have made 2 brilliant plays here in the top of the 9th inning. Bottom of the 9th, excuse me. Desmond Jennings showing his speed and diving ability to make that catch.
David Price loves it. 2 down here in the 9th. Here's Moro Gomez. 1 for 3 in the game. He's swing and a miss for strike 1. Singled in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th, struck out in the 7th. Don't forget, coming up immediately after the game, to stay with us for WB Mason Red Sox Extra Innings Live. It's all the post-game coverage you'll need right here on Nesson. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Price would get his 19th win of the year. The Buchholz would fall to 11-7 if it stays the same. 1-2 pitch to Moro Gomez, strikes out, and Price goes all the way. His 13th strikeout wraps up this ball game tonight from Fenway Park, and the Rays' hopes are still alive as they win tonight 5-2. And Jerry, this is as good as we've seen David Price against the Red Sox.
He was absolutely outstanding in this ball game tonight, piling up the strikeouts against the Red Sox. The combination of offense and pitching right now is on target for the Rays, and don't count the Rays out yet.
5-2, the Rays beat the Red Sox. We're back at Fenway with more right after this.